Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing well. So I wanted to make a video today and just talk to you guys a little bit about the power of the written and the spoken word. Um, we've all heard that analogy, the pen is mightier than the sword, yeah? What does that actually mean? Let's analyze that for a second. So in my opinion, when people say that term, the pen is mightier than the sword, it's true. Think about this for a second. Words have fell massive states and they have rose common people to the heights of kings throughout history. Words are so powerful that they start wars and they end them. Words create knowledge and pass on legacy into next generation. Words are more powerful than the sword. The sword is usually used in conjunction with words after words are spoken and exchanged and things don't quite go right. That's how wars generally start. But let's talk about the times we live in right now. So we live, I believe, in a wondrous time. We live in a time where a commoner can become a king. If a commoner decides that they want to go out there and learn things, and they learn things through words, much like what I'm speaking to you about now, through knowledge. Knowledge comes from the written word, and I think that's what sets humankind apart from our ancestors, so like I'm talking about not our human ancestors but Neanderthal ancestors and the Denisovans ancestors, different types of humanoids that once existed where we prevailed and they went extinct. We were able to figure out a way to communicate knowledge onto future generations, and that gives us a leg up. That gives us the ability to start in life being trained in knowledge from people before us. It's the same thing as with business. If somebody is at the stage in business where you want to be, the best way and the quickest route to success for you is to learn the knowledge from that person. So getting back to commoners becoming kings, in my opinion, we live in a time where a common man, if he has, or woman, if he has or she has the drive inside, that ambition and that will, sheer will is power, especially when it comes to business or anything in life, really. If they have that sheer will to actually take those steps that are required to become a king, they can get there. If you think back, man, not even 100 years ago, this was impossible. The internet changed everything for many of us. Which brings me to today. So we're living in a time where there is a pandemic. Excuse me. And words are being thrown around, and it has many of us living in a constant state of fear and anxiety about this pandemic. And what that has caused is a massive hit to our economy, worldwide hit to economies all over the planet. It's very odd because, being in an online business, we're in a particular state where we do have the opportunity to get ahead right now. And it's almost taboo to say things like this. The words that are being thrown around and the emotions that people are feeling right now in this pandemic, it's almost taboo to say. You're almost expected to say, "Oh, I'm scared, sitting at home, just sort of waiting for this all to be over." You hear people saying all the time, speaking words, saying, when this is over, I'm going to do this, or when this is all finished, I'm going to do this. How about right now? Now is a great time, especially for online business, because there's literally millions of people out there right now that would have never, ever, ever bought anything online before this pandemic hit. So there's this whole new customer base out there, this whole new market that's just come online. And they never would have without this pandemic. So we have a unique opportunity as online sellers to really take advantage of our situation, because let's face it, that's what business is, finding situations and gaps in the market and taking advantage of it, so you can achieve success. That's another word that's sort of taboo in not in the circles that we're running, because we're entrepreneurs, but success, that's a taboo word these days, it seems to be. If you've got money and power, especially if you, I respect that immensely, if you've got money and power, especially if you started from nothing and made something of yourself, because remember, we live in a time where commoners can become kings. Yeah. So what I'm getting at is we're in a unique time where we can absolutely make a lot of money online, because we have a massive market influx like the world has never seen before in the online space. I'll tell you what, my sales have increased, not massively, but they have increased maybe about 35%, between 30 and 35% since the pandemic hit, right? There was about half a month there where I took a little hit because people didn't know what was going on. But now there's so many more people working from home. There's so many more people afraid, to go outside. So they're looking for things that they can do in the house, and that is surf the internet. That is buy books to read, because they're not going out as much anymore with friends. They're looking for things to do. And we have, again, that new market coming online. So we have a massive opportunity, guys. And what I'm getting at is right now is the perfect time, because you also have, there's another word, time. You also have a massive time asset given to us right now. This is a gift. This is a gift in a time of panic and craziness and death and all those sad, shitty things that are going on. You have a gift, and that gift that's been given to you is time. Things have been shut down. You've got nothing but time on your hands now. Some people are back at work and things like that. Some people are still working from home. But for the most part, we have that gift of time. So now's the time to actually put your foot down, figure something out, and go hard for it. For me, that's KDP books. And for me, that thing that I'm doing is training other people to do what I do with KDP and what I've been doing for the last 9 years. I've never had the time to sit here and train people. I've never had the desire to. I've told you guys that before. I've always been happy just doing what I'm doing from this desk right here and not sharing any of my knowledge. But that's the time. It's the time for it now. So here I am, and that's why you guys are in this group. Now, it's all about taking action. It's all about taking the action and using the time that you've been gifted now to reinvest into yourself and build a good, sustainable, profitable business for the long term, because now we have a massive influx of online buyers, and it's just an opportunity, a massive opportunity. I'm huge in looking at every single adversity in my life or in the world in general and being able to pull the opportunity out of that adversity. And trust me, there is an opportunity in every adversity. I've been through some things, guys. I had a point, none of you guys know this, but there was a point in my life where I was struck down with an illness. And this illness was, what came with it was absolute chronic, debilitating, in bed 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night, all day, all night, essentially, right? And I went through this problem. It was an internal problem in my intestinal tract. I was running a business printing t-shirts at the time, and it all folded. I lost everything, absolutely everything. My family were this close. Like, this was only in the last 4 years, it would have been, we're this close to being homeless again, you know. And I had this pain and this problem. I had 4 operations, but on the other side of that adversity, I found a strength inside myself that I would have never known about. And I tell you what, the problem that I had, I met people in hospitals and things, and in different groups, support groups essentially, for people that had my condition, that ended their lives. Because this condition was so freaking hard to deal with. You know, I've come out on the other end of that condition and realized I can accomplish anything. I can do anything I set my mind to, because I got through that. And it was like hell on earth. I could barely walk. It was absolute torture, okay? So, we're in the world right now, and there's this massive pandemic, and it is a huge adversity. Everything's shut down. Economies have gone to shit, but we have an opportunity right now. The question is, will you listen to all those words that want to keep you scared and sitting in a corner somewhere, locked away in your house, or will you guys take that opportunity? I know I'm going to take that opportunity. What are you guys going to do? Comment below what you guys are going to do. I want to hear from you. Alright guys, take it easy. I'm going to go have some dinner with the family. Thanks for listening.